Skyhawks Sports Network here, joined by head coach Bob Pietrack, senior guard Junior Garbrah, and junior guard Agbim. Coach, first, just your opening thoughts on tonight, 102-96 RMAC Tourney Quarterfinal win over CSU Pueblo.
Very proud of our guys. We had a really tough stretch the first 12 minutes of the game, and we have not been in that position all year. Period. Like, we haven't been pinned like that at all this year. So. Credit Pueblo for doing it. They played really well during that stretch. They made a ton of shots, so they were very well prepared, well coached, but really proud of our team to show that type of toughness. It's one thing to be tough and together when things are going on easy street. It's a whole nother thing to be able to, to dig deep when you're in the mud and get out of it. And really proud of our group. We hadn't been in that spot, and to get out of it like that shows what we're made of. And now as we get into the conference semifinals and into the regional the following week, all these games are going to be just heavyweight fights. So here we go.
Perfect. First, we'll keep it right with kind of what you touched on, that 19-point deficit. It was almost shot for shot from the beginning. I think Pueblo was around 60% for some of those early minutes. But talk to me about just what they did to be able to get out to that 40-21 run.
Well, first it felt like 100% when you were out there, but no, I mean they got guys that don't want to stop playing, so they made the shots and they got hot. They also had a couple that bounced in, kind of, starting with the first play of the game where Cooper was stuck in a trap and just kind of threw it and went in, and then they had a three bounce in, and but this is playoffs. So what would you expect? I mean, you're going to expect everybody's best punch. So we need to continue to get better. But I thought the last 28 minutes of gameplay by us was pretty good.
Kind of touching on that, they were up that 40-21 mark with 6 minutes left to go, or I should say 6 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in that half. At that kind of last media timeout, second to last media timeout, what was the message that really got the fire lit under your guys?
I don't think it's a fire situation. It's trying to be logical and staying level, and then understanding, hey, this group hasn't been in that situation. We hadn't been knocked down. Like, let's say this was a street fight. Like, we got knocked down, and we hadn't been knocked down all year. We've lost some games, but we hadn't been knocked out and had to put your mouthpiece back in and get up and try it again. So, I think right out of it, did Obi hit a three? Is that what happened? It was 19, and then Obi hit a three, and then something else good happened. But we went on a big run, and once we got it back to, once we got back into the game, I feel like we could settle in. And then down the stretch, we had a really big play from Jones. I think Jones hit a three, missed a three. Somehow we got the steal. Back to Jones, hit the three, and then we didn't give up the lead the rest of the way. Free throw shooting, obviously outstanding for Fort Lewis, to both teams. But when you go 30 of 34, you put yourself in a good position to close out a game.
Obi, we'll kick it right over to you. Season high 29 points tonight, 3 shy of your career high. I'd say you've had a couple of quiet weeks, but you're typically kind of in that double figures. But tonight really just lit it up. 11 for 22 from the field and 4 for 9 from beyond the arc. Not to mention adding 7 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a couple of steals, and even 2 blocks. I mean, talk to me about how you were feeling just across the night.
Just want to go home. Playing every game like it's my last. Just trying to do what I can, be my best every time for the team.
Perfect. Junior, we're going to kick it over to you. Bob touched on it in the post game over in the locker room. 16-0 at home this year. You've been here for quite a few years. Right now, Fort Lewis is number 1 in the country in percent capacity in the gym at 71%, averaging almost 2,000 a night. Talk to me, just what it means to be able to do that in front of a crowd like this.
It's pretty awesome, man. Like you said, I've been here for 5. Freshman year, rough year, but so the crowd was mediocre. We had our nights, nothing compared to that. Then we had COVID. And then the next year, mediocre crowd, and just to see the atmosphere in here change so severely, and then on top of that, to go undefeated in my senior year is just an honor and a blessing, and I'm just thankful for the fans. And I wish we had another opportunity to play in front of them again, but it's been super awesome, and I'm just super thankful.
19 points tonight, 6 rebounds. You were 6 from 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. Had a couple of big drives, especially down the stretch. How did that home crowd feel you?
When I'm out there, honestly, I'm locked in regardless. But it's dope to hear them, you know, cheer when you hit a shot or hear them chant, "Come on, Junior," or something like that. But so I'm thankful for that, and it definitely lights a fire under you to play harder.
I'll say this, there's no way we win the game tonight without that type of crowd. That energy flipped the building. You know, of course, we were making plays, but the energy was so electric. And you know, like I said, I've been here 24 years. That's the best Whalen's ever been by quite a bit. It's not even close, actually. And again, we're at 2,500, and if there's a better atmosphere in Division II basketball, I haven't seen it. So that's really special in there. And I hope the players, I know our players understand it, our coaches understand it, and looking forward to talking to future players about it.
Perfect, Coach. We'll keep it with you tonight. You and Pueblo both had 16 turnovers as a team. You guys had 15 last Saturday. What's been slipping up on the ball control end?
Yeah, you know, the turnovers, I just hate them the most. This is my number one thing. I don't know. You know, we got to do better of taking care of it. So it's hard, you know. We're about double what we would average in a normal game when you had 16. You know, we want to be under 10 consistently. But the good news is a lot of things are law of averages. So if we turn it over 2 games in a row, maybe the next 2, we don't turn it over as much.
Another thing to highlight tonight, you guys just nearly held the edge in the post, 36 points to Pueblo's 32. You did out-rebound them 30-27 with a lot of shots falling tonight. But what did they do? You know, what did Deshaun Cooper do to really be successful down low tonight?
What did he do? Well, the first shot of the game, he hit a boomerang that rolled in, so that's a nice start. But he's a good player. You know, as far as the battle of the paint a little bit, we had to go small because we weren't controlling the game. And when you're down, you know, we call it like a NASCAR lineup where we got to go faster to make up some time. So with that, you know, Seek got in foul trouble. He only played the 13 minutes. Braden played his normal 20, but there was, you know, another 7 minutes where we were small. So really credit Pueblo. I thought Coach Hammer did a great job of getting his team ready to play. They had won 5 of 6 to get into the playoffs, which is very hard in our league. Their only loss was to Mesa by 2. So at some point, you do have to say a heck of a job by Colorado State Pueblo and Coach Hammer getting this team better as the year went on. You know, we had played them twice earlier and had, you know, significant results. So he should, you know, I'm sure they're very proud of their team.
Junior, we're going to go right back to you as we get ready to close it out. 5th year, you know, although it's not set in stone, no one knows what it's going to look like, but probably headed to Grand Junction for the tournament again. You were there last year. That's where you had a big career high against Black Hill State. Talking about how you're feeling heading back up there.
Win or go home, survive in advance. I'm a senior. I don't want this season to end at all. We have a super talented group, and I feel like we have not peaked at all. So the mindset is just to get better day by day and just try to win each day, just one game at a time. And that's the mindset going in. We'll see where the cards fall.
Obi, kind of similar question to you. You know, you've been in Bob's system the last 2 years, the no starters, likes to play a bunch of guys. But this year, you know, you've really stepped up and been a significant contributor on the offensive side. Talk to me how you're feeling headed into the tournament.
You know, trying to get it all. You know, I don't want to leave anything or leave the tournament with any regrets, saying I could have played harder. I just want to go in and give them 100% every time.
Bob, opponent's not set, but what's the game plan moving forward?
I don't know the game plan. I don't know who we're playing, but I will say this. As a coach, I'm awfully proud of our group for the effort. But I was thinking about this today, June. I remember Junior Garbrah's first practice in Whalen Gymnasium. We were going to Costa Rica. You were staying in the dorm over there.
Sure.
I walked over with them, you know, and to see, you know, that's the fun part of coaching. You know, coaching's a hard profession, but when you see, you know, especially in today's college basketball where people are coming and going, when you have you're able to have somebody for 5 years, and it's not all perfect all the time. That's just not realistic. But yeah, I remember that. It's special. I'm gonna miss those guys.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.